Hey, good morning. My name is Kashar. You know me. Don't act like you don't. Alright, this is gonna be my tutorial on how I mix my songs because this shit sounds amazing. Alright, as you can see, I got the basic layout of a song right here. Right here, you see I got my chorus. And this is actually the layers that I recorded for the first verse. You notice they're all mixed up. That's because I spit two bars at a time. So, for instance, the first track, the main vocals is gonna sound like this.
Uh. See, I don't know how nobody was raised, but I was always praised for paving my path, not reenacting a way.
Alright, and then you can see where I took a little break, let the second one come in, and then
wrote raps that flash back to a snapshot of my life that made my fans ask what Cash got.
So when you play them all together, right, it's gonna sound something like this.
See, I don't know how nobody was raised, but I was always praised for paving my path, not reenacting a way. It's me all the way through to the core. I never asked or had to act.
You know, I know a lot of rappers say that they can spit it all at once. I can spit it all at once, don't get me wrong, but the shit sounds absolutely crisp if you split it up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't run out of breath. You don't have to hear that, you know, you trying to take a sudden breath in between each word. So that is absolutely a good way to mix your songs down. All right, and it gives you a chance because if you mess up one line, you can just go back and do that one line. You understand what I'm saying? It makes things a whole lot easier. Once you get your main vocal down, so it sounds like a main vocal, the way I do it is I have my two backup vocals, for this track, I only have one backup vocal. And you take that backup vocal and you turn it way the hell down. So the main ones that I got here, right, these two are the main vocals that I got. You can see they're turned up to 2.5. Each of them are turned up, the volume's turned up to 2.5. Alright, the two background that I have, or which is the one background that I have, is turned down to negative 7.8 for each one. Alright, so basically when you play them together, it sounds like this.
See, I don't know how nobody was raised, but I was always praised for paving my path.
Instead of like this.
It's me all the way through to the core. I never asked or had to act a certain way for nobody before. Wrote raps that flash back to a snapshot of my life.
See, so it makes it a little bit stronger. It's not going to be, you know, it's going to sound like it's one voice. But little do you know, like if you actually listen to the song, it sounds extremely strong. A lot of different times, not on this track, I didn't do it on this track, but you do ad-libs. Ad-libs is just when you say a certain word or a certain set of words in a track. So for instance, if I was doing ad-libs, it would sound something like this.
See, I don't know how nobody was
raised,
but I was always
praised for paving my path,
not reenacting a
way,
it's me all the way
you know,
through
certain
the
little
core.
things like that. Certain little lines that puts emphasis on them. And the way that I will do it, which is, if you want to try this out sometime, is record two different ones of the same, that you have to do the same exact words for the ad-libs, and pan them out. Pan them out left, like, I know on Adobe Edition, I usually do it to like 35, and then right to 35, and it gives the effect like you're coming in from all angles. That's a really cool effect that you can use. Now, for mastering, all right, you want to have a mastering program. For me, I have two different ones that I use. All right, the first one that I use on all my vocals, each individual vocal, is something called DirectX. And the first one that I got, like if you go to the rack setup, I know a lot of you probably use this program, so I'm going to show you how to do it. Once you get the actual plugins, it'll be here under DirectX, under Waves, and you'll see I use Audio Track right there. And the next one I use is under Line EQ, and it's Broadband. Alright, once I add those, you can see each mix down. On the one I use for Audio Track, you can see I got the bar right here, is you go to Load, which is going to load the different presets, and Classic Compressor EQ. Alright, if you can find this program, this is an amazing mastering program. The next one, once you go to Broadband, just make it like that. That's all you got to do is just make it like that. Because you got to manually do it. There's no presets for it. Alright, now that's what it is. So once you got your vocals, alright, the way that I do it is once I got the effect, that DirectX effect on all my vocals individually. You take them, you highlight them, right? Go to edit, mix down to empty track, and then it'll have a number on it. For me it's 8, and then do selected audio clips. So it's going to take that 4 that I just highlighted, and it's going to mix it down. Lucky for you guys, I already mixed it down to save us some time. Alright, and this is what it came up as right here. And then of course I got my chorus already laid in there. I'll show you how to do a chorus on a different tutorial. So this is ultimately what it's going to sound like. I'll start it from here.
See, I don't know how nobody was raised, but I was always praised for paving my path, not reenacting a way. It's me all the way through to the core. I never asked or had to act a certain way for no.
Alright, now a really, really good program that you can use is called Isotope Ozone. Ozone Isotope. It's a mastering program. Basically, this is what it looks like. If you go on like YouTube and search Isotope Ozone tutorial, it'll show you all about this. Alright, I have different presets on here saved already, so I'm going to use this one. Alright, you can see it's got your paragraphic EQ, which is basically what makes it mastered. This is my wavelength right here. Alright, then you go to the mastering reverb. It's got, you can, edit each effect. Loudness maximizer, multi-band harmonic exciter, multi-band dynamics, and multi-band stereo imaging. Alright, now I already have all my presets on here, but you need to mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually go on YouTube, watch the tutorial. It'll teach you all about it. Because without that, my crap would just sound old, and it wouldn't sound good at all. So, yeah, that is exactly how you need to mix down your songs. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'm on MySpace, www.myspace.com/nkashar, Kashar. Hit me up if you have any questions. I'll be glad to answer them for you. All right, deuces.